So where does visible light fit in this electromagnetic spectrum of light? So the visible wavelength band is actually a very, very small band. So there it is. It's a very, very small band in the electromagnetic spectrum. So the electromagnetic spectrum is the spectrum of light, is all the wavelength bands of light. So we have on the very one end, we've got radio waves. So we'll put radio in here. And then you've got infrared waves. You've got infrared waves, then the visible waves, and then you've got the ultraviolet rays, which I'll just give the little letters UV. And then you've got the X-rays. And then finally you have the gamma rays. So the visible band is a very, very small band in the very long band of electromagnetic spectrum of light. So let's start with the radio band. The radio band you're familiar with because it is the band that has the AM stations, the FM radio stations. So you're used to that as your cell phones are operating there. You can't see the waves that are coming to and from your radios and to and from your cell phones, but those are light waves, and those fit in the radio band. The infrared band, that band you're familiar with because it's the heat band. You may see, looks like you can see heat waves coming off the hot pavement. Even though you can't see the waves, you're looking at the movement of air, but you get the idea of those are heat waves. You may feel the heat from the sun, but you can't see the heat coming from the sun. So you may stick your arms out on a nice hot sunny day and feel the heat. That's in the infrared band. Then you have the visible band, and notice that the red side, or the red color of the visible band, is on the infrared side, or on the radio side, which is the long wavelength side. So we can go ahead and label this side as the long wavelength side, or the short frequency side. More commonly referred to as the low frequency side. So let's label it as low. And then on the opposite end, we've got the short wavelengths, or the high frequency side. On the other side of the visible light, on the very right, or on the short wavelength side, you see the color violet. And that violet is on the ultraviolet side of the electromagnetic spectrum. So over in the ultraviolet range, you're used to these rays. Sometimes you get a sunburn, or sometimes you get a suntan. Those light rays that are coming from the sun that give you that sunburn and suntan are called ultraviolet rays. To the right of that is the X-ray band, which you're most familiar with is when if you go to the dentist and get your teeth X-rayed, or you go to the hospital and get your bones X-rayed. You can't see those waves, but those are in the X-ray wavelength band. And then the gamma rays are the highest energy rays, and usually they're associated with exploding stars. They'll emit lots of high energy rays, which are called gamma rays. And this constitutes your electromagnetic spectrum. Now, if